Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Uh, quick lunch break there, so I was actually feeling quite hungry. Um, quick coffee making break. I've got coffee next to me as well now. Let's look at some fluids. And as you can see, we're not actually in Pokemon Scarlet, we are in Pokemon Horn. So, what I did while I was munching on a sandwich was just cheese and salami, if you're wondering. If you are, in fact, wondering about what sandwich I had. I also double checked that I could in fact set up a Pokemon Horn for this particular profile, and I can, which is nice. Um, now, because I've not got it attached to a mobile device at this exact moment, I will not be able to claim mobile rewards, but maybe I'll be able to sort that out sometime down the future. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But what we're doing, we're just going to go in and have a quick setup of the Pokemon home so we can move some of our Pokemon from Scarlet into it. Because the idea really is that we're going to catch them. We do get a gift Pokemon, so that's quite cool. So going to Pokemon, going to Pokemon Scarlet. If you're wondering, this is the user that I set up for this channel. LD is my pen name. I write, that's my pen name. I'm going to tell you what it stands for. You can try and figure it out, but good luck to you. There's like 4 people who know. um, but yeah, so for now, we go to Scarlet and connect to the game. What it will allow us to do is move Pokemon freely. And I say freely, we only get one basic box because this is the free version, but that's okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to just register these in our Pokedex. So we're going to move this Pikachu. This is a gift Pikachu you get for opening a box account. So we're just going to pop that in box 32 for now. And we're going to do this. There we go. Oh, do that. I'm going to say. And that warning was just basically saying to us that if we try to put any of these Pokemon into another game, it's very likely to have a bit of a meltdown about their PvE moves might change because different games have different moves. You can already see our Pokedex is running up to 27. It's pretty cool. Um, I think it just does the ones that are, yeah, you can see just the ones that you've deposited. So this is going to bring that up, and I am going to probably aim to complete as much of that Pokedex as we can over time. It's kind of the big thing that I want to do. It's pretty cool to do this because you do get to sort of see a lot of your hard work pay off over time. Getting up to 53 Pokemon already, like for a time, so that's pretty cool. I could show you my main file, which I'll do in a minute. And just show that off. And you'll be asking yourself the question, well, why are you boring? Because I really like Pokemon. I really like collecting Pokemon. It's probably an unhealthy obsession at this point, but hey ho, there we go. There is only one instance. Well, no, that's not true. There's several instances where Pokemon cannot be moved. Um, we don't have a couple of those right now because there are none that spring to mind from Scarlet and Violet, but there are some. Um, there are some, and unfortunately, it just is one of those things. It's one of those things where it's a little out of our hands. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, the basic box is all we have at the moment. That's okay. That's all we need. Oh, yeah. And if we click down here, we see box spaces, and we'll see that's where our last box was previously. So we're going to move these actually to the actual last box now, which is now over here. And they can look for that Pikachu. There's our shiny Scorpion. I couldn't think what it was called down from there. Stardust, that Scorpion. So that can just live there for the moment. And we'll save that. It's all very exciting. So yeah, I've got two shinies on the save file so far. We good? We good? you go. Um, and yeah, so we're then going to go back into, so you can see we've got 91.1 deposited as a Pokedex, sorry. Deposit. We will drop these back in there. So this is the basic box. This is the one that comes for free with Pokemon Home, and it's any linked accounts. And this account that I have here is linked to a email address, but it's not premium. And so you get like points. We've got none of them in it, so there's no point showing you. But you get points every now and then for how many Pokemon you've transferred and all this kind of stuff. So it's a pretty handy thing to have. And you get a Pokedex. This is the Pokedex. You got different regions that you can do. We will be doing them all at some point. And you also then get a nice little overview Pokedex. We will be completing this at some stage as we go. I'm kind of starting this early because initially my plan was to do all the Pokedexes across all the generations on the stream starting from one. But I've just decided as an extension of I'm already playing Scarlet, so I might as well start it now. And this is the history and records and it shows you how many Pokemon you've deposited, how many you've withdrawn, times you've visited Pokemon Home. We're going to look at this on my main thing. Pokemon traded via mobile device, that will never change because, again, well, not at the moment anyway, because there's no mobile device attached to this at the minute. Tasks complete and points on. We have those in the records there. So that's Pokemon Home. I'm not going to close this for a moment. I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to see all my different profiles here. I'm not going to tell you anything about me. That's fine. I'm going to go through this. This is my premium one. Wait for it. Wait for it. Just thinking about it. Here it is, thinking about it. Here we are. Just a few more than what I had before. So just to show you, this is the we'll just connect to Arceus. We don't need to see all my playtime. That's quite a few hours of my life used already. So yeah, so on the left is my home Pokedex, and on the right is the pastures or boxes or whatever you want to call them from Legends of Arceus. You can see there's a lot of Pokemon Go Pokemon in there. I'm always just transferring this up, and that was the one I happened to have open. But so yeah, you can see I've got a lot of Pokemon. And you'll see that not all of these boxes are full. Basically, what I'm trying to do, doing all these boxes, very much like this one, male, female, shiny, male, female, shiny, so on and so forth, throughout the entire Pokédex. And when you get to like Charizard, there's male, female, shiny, and then there's different forms. So Mega, Mega, and you can see that's actually a Diamond one. So that's the plan is to have every Pokemon, every thing all throughout the thing. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Just to show you, I touched on this in a few minutes ago in the previous stream. I'm not sure where they are, but I have. You can see I've been breeding for Totodile shinies for a while. Yeah, so there's a shiny Staraptor. 300 million. There's a story there. I'll tell that at some point. Shiny Feedle, shiny Cramorant. These are all duplicates. These are all duplicates. These are all duplicates. So yeah, at the end of the challenge on my challenge profile, I'm going to basically have moved all these across that I don't need to keep and that are unclaimed by my friends, and they're going to go into Wonder. That's the point. I might do it from this profile I'm doing it now. I'll do it once that profile's finished. Um, but yeah, so that's Pokemon Home. That's kind of long term planning, and we're going to go across here to my staple I'm using. And we're going to get up to some shenanigans. I really should have added a Heracross to the overlay. I said during the previous stream that I totally would, but here we are. Here we are indeed. So let's get back into this. So, even though it's only been a few minutes, because I genuinely haven't even fixed that patch, it's going to bug me. And my voice is still a little not 100% up to the task, but we'll get there. And yeah, I'm going to be live again tomorrow, which is the 31st, and then go back to Sundays from then. Okay. So, I was thinking when I was downstairs, what do I want to do? I obviously want to return to that pesky shiny hunt over here. So we're going to go do that first, and we are absolutely down um, catch that if we can. That being said, I would also like to um, go and do another top of that. So I think that's basically the plan. It's just that, can you tell I looked away from my screen for a second then? Can you tell? Can you tell? Yeah. I turned my mic down just a little bit because it keeps saying it's maxing out. I'm not sure why. Is that better? I will find out later. I mean, it's still picking me up, so if I'm a little quiet, you'll have to let me know. Let me just move it up a bit more out there. That looks about right. Cool. Kept maxing out a second ago, and that's not good. Right. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go and try and get that Bergmite shiny that we were hunting about half an hour or so ago. Um, so yeah, that's the plan. And if I can get it, well, that'll be two shinies in this same day. Be nice. Um, and then yeah, I think it's just a case of we uh, we really crank out. In fact, see, this is how easily distracted I get. There was something I wanted to do. Right. Okay. So let's go to Darlene. Darlene's got to be the place to go to for this. So I want to go and get some of the so we've got quite a lot more badges now. So I think we can get more sandwiches and stuff. So we're going to go do that. And there's one sandwich in particular that I really want to get, and I think would be a fun thing to do for this video because of what it will allow us to do from the channel. So we're going to go here. This is a sandwich shop that the owner of which will sometimes, I'm not sure what the triggers are. It might be badge related. It might be actual in-game playtime. It might be Pokedex. I don't know. He has got some more. Okay. He'll just give you more sandwiches. Okay, so we've got some more on him for now. And I just want to see if the one I want is on here. If it is, I'm going to go and buy a metric ton of the ingredients for that sandwich because it's one of my favorite sandwiches on the game. And I have alluded to the fact that I don't really understand why Game Freak changed the breeding method, but with this sandwich, it kind of becomes negatable which one's better, this or um, Scarlet. It's happened to me before. But where's my? I'm gonna move further right. I don't know if there's too much stuff on the floor. It just doesn't load or something, but there's definitely something goes on there. Prevents it from dropping the table in certain positions. So we're gonna go here. There's like nothing here, right? Nope. Okay. Okay. We will try over there. Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's certain areas it just will. Hello. Oh, okay. It just will not um cooperate. Just it just won't. Um. So yeah, it's a bit strange. Um. Just be like randomly like, nope, you can't put a thing down there. It's a bit weird. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we are gonna do an egg hunt today. If this sandwich is in fact what I'm wanting. Oh dear. Right, it's gonna be one of those, is it? Right, hold on. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna close the game. I'm gonna go back into it, and then it should fix the issue. That is what I'm told. I don't know why there would be an issue with that in particular, but here we are. This is also why people still prefer Scarlet and Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet for breeding. It's because you give the Pokemon to two people. Tomorrow's stream, I've decided we are going to smash through either Sword or Shield. I haven't decided on which one, but I'm going to get up in the morning, I'm going to choose one, and we're going to go. I'm just going to smash through. Might even do a snazzy little layout like I have. I might not. I might not. Just leave the same layout. Just cross out the word Scarlet and put a sword. Or Shield. Probably Sword, if I'm being honest. Right, let's try that again. So picnic. There we go. Right. So picnic table's down. We're not making a sandwich right now. I just want to know if we've unlocked the sandwich. I'm not sure I need to check out place. Right. So we want. I just see it. Did. So it's this one, yeah. So we want this one. This is the ultra peanut butter sandwich. So we need peanut butter. Where's the green one? Oh, grey one. That's the one we want. So we just want butter, banana, peanut butter. That's it. And that will give us level 2 eggs. And that is so much quicker and more efficient than what we've been putting up with in that previous section. Um, so we're going to go to there's usually some food place which I'm going to sell stuff on you. Not that one. Right. So this is one, and the one next to it is one of the other ones we might need. So we want butter, banana, peanut butter. So we want. Do you have it? So you don't have anything. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What about this guy? I'd like to buy. So butter, yeah. Okay, so we'll get 20, 22 because then I've got 25 in all. Okay, then we need peanut butter. Let's get 25. Then play with LP. And then we need banana. Okay. So where do we get banana? Oh, I know where we get banana. I know where we get banana because we unlocked it. I think you can get it from the vending machines in Blueberry Academy. I'm fairly sure you can. Because this will give us 25 sandwiches worth, which is great. That's like a ton of eggs. Like, you won't need that many, I don't think. Um, Prove that bananas aren't that expensive. Banana. Banana. Hey, there we are. Right, so we need 20. Oh, we can get this right. That's fine. 25. Probably could pay with LP as well. Look at that. Sort of save ourselves a little bit of actual cash. There is one store that only takes cash, so always have some with you. Right. And it's funny because this is kind of where I wanted to be to show this off. So, um, one of the things to know about this game, now that we have a Japanese Ditto, is that we can breed any Pokemon in the game. And that doesn't really sound that useful until you remember that there are so many Pokemon in this section of the game you just can't use otherwise. And I'm a firm believer in being able to breed teams in advance. I love doing it. Done it for my friends. You know, if you reach out to me on social media and ask me to do it, I will do it for you. It's not a problem. I am a Pokemon breeder at heart. That's kind of my jam. I love doing it. I love doing it. One of the things about doing it, however, is that you have to have Pokemon. So this works really well for us because what we can do, we can catch a Pokemon in this area and go and breed that Pokemon in the main area with our Japanese Ditto. We'll get a level 1, so it counts as core as level 1. So it will be an obedient, and it means we can change our team. Now, we're not necessarily going to do that, but there are Pokemon in here that we could show you how those fracture cool. Zeb Striker, Giraffe, Rig, and there's so many cool Pokemon in here as well. But there are. Well, we could grab that. We are going to use a quick ball, how that happens. And if we don't catch it on the first ball, we're going to run away. That's the meta, you see. Okay, so I'm just going to throw a Pokemon. When I see it, I'm like, yes, we're using that. Like, Crocodile is great and stuff, but I kind of want something a little different. So we're just going to have a little mooch. So like I said, this will just give us the opportunity to use something on our team that's a little different. And I am kind of tempted to replace Goomy. I love Goomy, but right now it's kind of useless. Uh, and I just want to get on with things, you know? What is that Terra Shard? This is what I was saying about this area as well. You find so many Terra Shards down here. So you might as well just pick everything up as you go. Instead. Oh, it's sad. Yeah, that's good. Oh, Geovolve form there as well. Um, right, I'm going to display. Go right into a class. I'm interested in your class. Actually, I see. I would be tempted to get Haxorus. I would. I love Haxorus. It's busted as hell. Uh, no, don't need a Zangoose. Don't need a Zangoose. That could be an interesting one. I like a Lowland Roma. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cover this. So there are a couple of other things we need to keep in mind, but I guess it's not convenient to sort of try something else. We're gonna throw a quick ball. You see it's level 60, so we're not really going to be able to do much to it. Quick ball doesn't catch it, run away and re-encounter it, and then it transfers the first turn again, and then we'll kill it anyway. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, if you get into a battle with a high level Pokemon, throw a quick ball at it. If it doesn't catch it, run away, then re-encounter it. You can then potentially get it with the first. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Who's getting aerial ace? That's really good. Yeah, I'll replace acrobatics because then I can give you a 9. Aerial ace none of this is anyway, so probably more useful than the other one. So we now have an Alolan Rhymer. Going into Gen 7, complete sort of story for you here. I had never used one. Never used one. I always found especially in the early gens, poison type Pokemon are very difficult to use because the moment you come across something, anything with a decent special attack, um, uh, Abracadabra, Alakazam, Mewtwo, um, Hypno-Drowsy, there's so many great psychic type Pokemon in those early gens that you just get absolutely bullied. You're absolutely bullied. Anyway, so I saw Alolan Grimer in one of the reveals somewhere. I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. Poison Dark. Maybe I'll give it a go. I think you get it at school. Anyway, so I caught one at school. Became one of my strongest Pokemon for that playthrough. It's such a good Pokemon. So it would be quite cool to have a new one for the giggles. So right, here's how here's what we have to think about. So we have the Grimer, and we're going to go to all boxes because we open up all our boxes by going into Pokemon Home. We're going to swap in Ditto. This Grimer, if we breed it, I need to sort of slow myself down here a bit so I can explain this. So Grimer is a Kanto Pokemon. His default is poison type only Grimer that you're familiar with from Pokemon Red and Blue. And yeah, when you breed a regional variant outside of its region, so this Grimer is Alolan, and if I breed it outside of Alola, which I am right now, it will hatch as its default form, which would be regular Grimer. To get around that, you have the Pokemon hold a specific item. And if I have one, I think I do. Will be great. If not, we'll go get one. We have one. Look at that. You get it holding the Everstone, and it will maintain the regionalness of that particular Pokemon. However, there is another effect of the Everstone is that it's more likely to maintain the same nature, which is kind of cool, I guess. If you didn't know that, there you go. It's a bit of breeding information for you there. Like I say, Pokemon breed at heart. I know a lot of this sort of stuff. So if, for example, you had a Pokemon with a really good nature that you really like, and you wanted to get your friend to have the same Pokemon, you could breed that Pokemon while holding an Everstone. It's going to have the same nature. There's then things like IVs and Wookies and all that kind of stuff that you can sort of work around with breeding. We won't get into that right now. So we have the Grimer. It has an Everstone, so it should now hatch as a Alolan Grimer. So we can set up the picnic. And I'm not going to do a whole bunch of things. I'm probably going to just do a couple just to show how this works right now. But I will be doing a bunch of eggs at some point to complete the eggs. But we go in to make a sandwich, and we pick the sandwich that we want. We want the great peanut butter one because it's a level 2 egg power. You can't move and go in, which you guys can't see that. Just sit. Sorry. So yeah, it's level 2 egg power, which means that the eggs will be much more common than level 1. It is the most useful sandwich for breeding in the game. I will need to buy some more red flag eggs or something at some point, but I'm not too worried about that. And all you have to do is place the banana. Is that 2 seconds? I mean, they're not 2 seconds because I'm cack-handed, but you know what I mean? It's not there's not like a lot of thought has gone into doing that. Drop some bread on, pop the thing through, we're done. Okay. You get a little cutscene and all that kind of stuff to the guy eating, and then you get half an hour that the banana is valid for. And again, that applies to both the generating of eggs and reducing the steps to hatch an egg. So again, it probably is quicker overall, but in the moments where you're waiting for the eggs, it can feel like kind of a drag. So I kind of get it, but and I don't really understand why they felt the need to change it because there was nothing wrong with the previous system. But I do like that they've come up with something else. And for me personally, it's a really nice system because I get to do breeding, like hands-on, and sort of learn things about how the breeding mechanics work and all that kind of stuff, which I don't think are very well documented for um, this particular generation of Pokemon games. I don't know why that is. But yeah, I don't think that there's a massive amount of information where people have gone, oh, this is absolutely how this works. This is absolutely how it doesn't work, and that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna give that a few moments. And have a sip of coffee. Um, and while I'm sitting there, I will tell you guys, we're actually going to talk about it. About that. Excuse me. I'm ordering a device in a few weeks' time that will allow me to play my Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on a big screen through a HDMI cable and that kind of stuff. When that comes, I'm going to start streaming Pokemon's Generation 1, 2, and 3 at some stage. With a mind to do the same thing I'm doing this game on those. So living decks, very much explaining how the different mechanics work, the differences from those generations to modern generations. So I like detail. I like detail. I think I'm probably insane, but I like detail. So here we go. We've got Pokemon egg. Oh, we've got another Pokemon egg. Oh, another Pokemon egg. There's going to be a few. Okay, cool. There's three eggs. There's three eggs, just like that. So we're going to put I'm not going to sit here forever doing all that. Get a bit of experience, that's fine. So we're going to go boxes. We've got plenty of time. There we are, three eggs. One, two. They're all in the quick ball because Brian was in the quick ball. Ditto was in the quick ball as well, so there you go. But yeah, so they're all now in the quick ball. We're going to do that, and we're going to come out, and we're going to jump on Cryon, and we're going to go. And the step count for this grinder is going to be reduced. Now, if I've done all this right, it should be an 11 timer. I might then also show you guys without in fact, I will. I will show you guys without evolution stone because we'll put up the Everstone because we will have plenty of time to do it. So let me just run around a bit till I get these eggs hatched. Again, because this is an pseudo method, there is a slight chance that they might be shiny, but I wouldn't count on it. I'm not going to lose any sleep about it if they're not. But that's the method. So there we go. We got our first egg straight away. This should be a lowland grinder. Should be. He says, it is. Cool. When you start doubting your knowledge. So there you go. A lowland grinder. Sludge Pokemon. It's such a good Pokemon as well. And it's one that you don't generally get to see. So again, if you wanted to mix up your team even further in these games, you can do that. You can do that. And not only that, if you go and get quick balls, you probably complete most of the Pokedex for all three parts of the game before you've caught a single Pokemon. And maybe I'll do something like that eventually. But man, that would be one heck of an undertaking. So is that all three? That's two. One male, one female. No, that's nice. And here's the third egg, so that's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the Everstone off of Grinder. I'm going to jump back into the uh, picnic, and we're going to get one more egg. Okay, so we got three eggs. They weren't shiny. That's whatever. We'll see what their natures are because I am under the impression that they should have a higher chance of the same nature. That doesn't mean that they're guaranteed the same nature. So what we're going to do is we're going to go boxes. We could use any one of those particular primer, but we're not going to. We're just going to do it to show what I was talking about. So there's three grinder there. There's the parent primer with its Everstone. We're going to take the held item away. Ooh, would help if I grabbed there, wouldn't it? We're going to grab a ditto. Okay. going to go out here, we're going to jump off the corridor, and we're going to go to picnic. Now, in theory, because at default setting, default evolutionary, whatever, so we should be able to get Cantonian grammar. There is no, to my knowledge, and I will go and investigate this actually because I am curious as to whether or not that's the thing. I don't believe there's a way to breed a Pokemon to become the variant. So I don't think you can breed a Cantonian to become an Alolan, but you can do it the other way. With Pokemon like Meowth, which has 3 regional variants, it's really useful to know that because you can just basically breed a shed load of one from. There we go. So one egg. We'll take the egg and we'll just pack it up. So this last egg should now, in theory, be a Cantonian Rhino, which is just a little purple guy, and it will just be a poison type. Which, if it is, and I have remembered that all very much correctly, I will be very happy. So we're just going to run this way. There's a Spidops there. A little Pokemon to get a Pokeball, right, summon back up. There we go, we got it. So if I'm correct, I'm fairly sure I am, it will be Cantonian. If it's not, I'll be very surprised and I'll look into that. Maybe they've changed that since Generation 7. But no, there it is, Cantonian. That is the Cantonian Grimer. So yeah, I I think it only applies to regions that aren't the variations regions. So for example, if you breed a Grimer anywhere but Alola, it will be regular Grimer without an Everstone, starting from Alolan Grimer. Same is true for Cantonian Meowth. If you breed that in Kanto, it'll be Cantonian Meowth anywhere but um, Alola and I think of where else it's got a. Oh, this has got a variant. It's got another one. What colour they are? Very silly. My brain's gone completely blank. It's Gen 8. Oh, what's the Gen 8? What's it called? What's the colour? Galarian. There's the Galarian Meowth as well. So yeah, if you breed Meowth in Alola or Galar, it will be those regional variants. Otherwise, it will be a regular Meowth, irregardless of which Meowth you're breeding from, unless it's holding an Everstone. So if you wanted to breed a regular Grimer in Alola, take a regular Grimer, have it hold an Everstone. It will breed as a regular Grimer. There you go. No, you're not getting anything. There you go, a quick crash course in how breeding works. And I think that succinctly shows something because we did all that in less than 9 minutes. So yeah, you can get a lot of eggs done if you're patient. So we now have an Alolan Grimer. We actually have 3 of them. They are all the same nature as well. You'll see. With the same ability, so that's cool. So probably in there. You all have a different ability, and you have a different nature. Oh, because I removed the. Yeah, so there you go. That proves that as well. So this one does not have the same nature because I wasn't holding the everything. So there you go. Like a proper crash course in um, breeding there. So we're just gonna leave Grimer there for now. We don't need it. I just kind of wanted to show off that you can, if you so wish, go and grab Pokemon from that part of the game, breed them to get level 1s, and they'll listen to you, and Always good. Right. So what's what's really next on that to do this? So we've got two badges up there, a badge there, a badge there. One down there, but we're going to do that one last because I think that's intended to be last. One there, one there. So yeah, we've got 5 badges left. That's not a lot. Sorry, 6 badges left. It's not a lot. We're nearly done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6 badges left. Amazing. Amazing, man. Right. I don't think I'm going to do any badges right now, to be honest with you. Wait. No, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 badges, sorry. Still the number, but no, it's not 6, it's 7. 7 badges left. Still pretty good. Um, I'm not doing any more right now, badges wise. But I think we can go on to something a little different. I think um I've just gone on for this long, but we don't really need it. So let's have a look at if it's all up. So those are hacks versus outbreaks, we know that. Fracture, sorry. We know that. We're gonna go to the entrance here. So I want to see exactly what we can access. I just want to have a little bit of a poke around because again, I haven't been in a DLC too much. Um, when you shouldn't be. Like I've only really done it in the post game. So classroom, school store, cafeteria is available. So school store, you can only spend BP here, which is fine. Which is fine. We don't have any BP, but again, it's fine. We can have a look. So this is just items, isn't it? Oh, there's evolution items. Nice, and TMs. Yeah, I completely forgot that this was here. This is going to be useful at some point. Okay. I don't know if we can get BP. We might go and do the other bit so that I can see. So, yeah, that's all there is. Okay, cool. So is the other randomly slide tackle the guy, so that's nice. We'll go to the cafeteria because I just want to see that we can get the thing that I'm thinking of. I think we can. So the person's here. What do you got? Yeah. So this is busted. This is the only place I found in the game where you can get sparkling power that isn't sparkling power level 3. Um, sparkling power is exactly what you think it is. It will allow you to see more shiny Pokemon, to see shiny Pokemon more regularly, in effect, by um, lowering the shiny rate a little bit. Now, level 1 is not a lot, but it makes a heck of a difference. It's also like egg power level 1, which is pretty cool. So if you've got a lot of eggs to hatch, chuck this on for half an hour, go and do some shiny honey. Um, Item drop power all types, Trinity power all types, Humongo power all types, Sparkling power. Okay. So BP, Blueberry points, you get those for doing quests in the BP terrarium. So we're going to go and have a little look around and see if we can get far enough to start collecting BP. If we can, when we'll start collecting BP, we'll deal with that. We'll have to dodge everything that moves, but we'll be able to collect the BP, which will allow us to get some really cool TMs, some really cool items, and make our journey a little bit easier in the long run, and give us potentially access to more shiny Pokemon. And if we can get enough, we can use one and then return to Pokemon and finally complete the Pokemon hunt in this way. So yeah, pretty exciting potential there. Also, this is good because I'm learning something about the game as I'm going because I don't know if this works, if I'm going to be able to do the thing I want to do. And I'm also not really that bothered if I can't. It's nice to explore. It's nice to try something a little different. I'm not following a guide or being told how to do it. I've not Googled it. I'm sure if I did Google it, I'd be able to find out the answer really quickly. Um, I'm going to run from everything. Poké are your friend in this particular area. Let me tell you for free. I'm just gonna um, interact with these to flag them. Again, I'm not trying you to interact, but why not? Um, okay. So we're over. So yeah, this is the coastal biome. This is where we need to be. I'm on the wrong way. Yeah, it's also we'll go this way. But yeah, so now that you know about the breeding, dear viewer, and how easy it is. You could come to this part of the DLC straight away, and you can have Zangoose in your team from square one, and it would be an obedient one because you'd have bred it. I mean, not necessarily from square one. You'd have to get far enough to have bred, but I mean, I think you can do that from the beginning. You don't need a badge to do breeding. It's just easier. Hello. Oh, hello. What did I walk into? A big another Alolan Pokemon. Um, its final evolution is just the angriest bird ever. Um, go this way, this way. Right. I think that's where we got that there, that little bone that I can start see on the top of this ridge. Yeah, quick ball. Another Pokemon. The the biggest change in the level scaling, the biggest change in the level scaling for this part is that in Sword and Shield, if you came across a wild Pokemon that was severely over leveled to you, A, it wouldn't let you catch it anyway. B, it would tell you like, oh, you've come across a super overpowered Pokemon, basically. Um, but it was also shiny locked. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think they're all unlocked once you reach the area. Oh, so this guy's just giving a lesson about regional forms. I already have one, so I don't know if I can just go and hand that in. Can I just? I have one. Yes. So level 61. There it is. Ah, I caught. Learn and grow. Look at that. Didn't even run that. Amazing. I was really motivated. I do. I do have the knack for catching Pokemon, I would say. Fastest. Like, school in the Pokemon universe just doesn't seem like you would learn anything. It would just be like a lot of goofing around. Oh, we can get the BBQs, which give you the BBPDPPPPs. There you go. So you can do that. That's good. That's really good. So if we go around and do a few of those, we can get the shiny level one meal. Okay, so now it's saying you can't do any more of the basic um, story mode. But I can do the so you can do like the photos of Pokemon that are swimming, catching wild Pokemon. If we're lucky. We'll just prioritize Pokemon with low catch rates. But yeah, that's really cool. So we can go and do a couple of those. Just, okay, so if I pop off you, do that. Oh, oh, look at that. That's it. So it's 30 BP. So it's like 100 BP was the meal. So it was like not too bad. Um, so yeah. So we've got to sneak up on a Pokemon to battle it, which is actually easier than you might think. So, caught the piggyback off guard, and throw a quick ball at it. And if I catch it, it's another task off the list. And the list just auto updates for you. There you go. We're gonna piggyback. Beautiful. We're already up to 70 points, so yeah, it's not gonna take very long at all. Um, I will be farming these at some point. Um, so pick up items off the ground 10 times. That's fine. So that's just pick up any sparkly like that. Yeah, that's one. And I was saying before we want to do that anyway, because there's loads of pretty good items in this bit. And it doesn't matter where you pick them up from, so it doesn't matter that we've changed biomes. It's just it's fine. I'm not seeing any. What the heck? I don't want to fracture. I mean, I do want to fracture, but I'm not doing that right now. I would love a fracture. Ask you. Let me ask you a question. Because that's like four. Well, I don't know if this counts ball grab anyway. Purple. Rather bright terrestrialized Pokemon. Like a berry, definitely not an apple. Um, okay. Take a photo of a wild Pokemon swimming, and I'll put us over the edge. That's cool. Got an Everstone as well. Yeah, a lot of these tasks are quite simple like that. So let's just see if there's any Pokemon swimming. There is. It will die. I think so. There we go. So that should be 100. Yeah, it is. Cool. Right. So let's see. I'm sure it's at 100. If it was like 100, we can do some more. Whatever. Okay. So we go into the academy. We go to the cafeteria. I will have a look at the store at some point, and I'll just go and spam a whole bunch of missions at some stage. Right. It's 150. What do you want me? Fine. It's fine. I should have said area. What we got? Pick up items off the ground and sneak up on Pokemon. both of which will be pretty straightforward. Right, so looking for items doesn't want anyone, so I'll just grab some of these. Look at this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 17 terror shards. I don't know. 9 there. That's very. Oh, in fact, I know this one. I think it's. I think it's this one. Where's the here? So this area that I've just marked. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I happen to know that there's a lot of terror shards underneath the building there. So we're going to go grab those because they're going to be quite useful. And they're good for money. And they're good for changing Pokemon's therapy. Yeah, travel over 500 as well. We'll do that quite easily. Should imagine. Here we are. Uh, Beautiful. Right. That's cool. Throw a quick ball this right one. If it doesn't catch it, I'm gonna run. Good run. Run really fast. In the other direction. Oh, we got it! Cool! It's a cool. Hello, right one. It's such a cool Pokemon. Cool. There you go. So we got 180 now. So we have enough for the meal. Um, which will leave us 40 for 40, I guess. Right. So we're gonna go fast travel here. Just so I've said it, the blueberry quests only apply in the terrarium. So they don't count anytime you're outside the terrarium, even I think within the cafeteria and school and all that kind of stuff here, it doesn't count. Steps and stuff like that. So we won't get 500 just yet. I will definitely be coming back and getting it at some point. So we're going to take that. It's just so this warning. I've seen it before. It's just saying this is what you currently have. This is what it will be replaced by. We're not using it power to this one. Normally you would wait for your thing to expire, but that sort of shows you how long we had to generate and hatch eggs. So we've gone and done a whole bit of side questing, and we still had time for eggs if we really wanted to. So yeah, the idea that egg hatching on here is somehow impossible is nonsensical to me, but I can understand people's frustration with it because it's not entirely clear how it works. So we're going to go to the terrarium, but only so that we can fly from the school. Now, once we're here, we're going to fly back to the mainland. We're going to go. We're going to mark our little guy, and we're going to fly there. Right, so now that we're in this area, we have 29 minutes of Sparkling Power 1, which is only a minor bump, but considering we've all hello. We've already got the bump in place from having knocked out a few, and you know we've already had a number of encounters down there. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like that'll help our odds. It also applies to every Pokemon, so there is every chance that we face because of the the combined mark. So if we do, so I'm gonna jump off of cried off now, and we're just gonna check each and every one as best as we can. And if I'm satisfied, the ride off. I can game. It's just that you don't want to load in there. Yeah, it's always worth having a little double look at everything because the power does affect everything. And that Glaceon, that would be pretty cool. I have all the shiny evolutions anyway, but it would still be pretty cool to get one. Pretty cool. This is ice. I'm sorry. Alright. And we're just checking these. We're just gonna go up this way now. There. I love Bear Trick. Such a basic and fun design. It's just a guy. It's a big old bear. I relate. I'm a big old bear myself. I mean, not at all, but I am a bear. Um, that's right. Yeah, we've got about half an hour of this panel, so we'll run that down. And if that doesn't produce a shiny, nothing will. That's not true at all. But yeah, you know, this is how it goes. It's how it goes. I've seen people sink like entire weeks into one hunt. Not necessarily on this game, but in general. Um, and that's all well and good and stuff, but man, I don't know if I'd have the patience for that. I've done this as a staggered hunt, and it's already testing my patience. Um, but that's fine. It's fine. It'll be a relief when I do find something. Again, if I phase, I phase. It's not the end of the world. Um, I will have to come up with a way of counting encounters if I'm going to do this more regularly that way, so I can like quantify how terrible my luck has been. Not that my luck's been terrible because I got that walkability really fast, really really fast. I might put that in the might put that as a highlight on the channel. Just have how many shinies I've got on this highlights. Normal, normal. The only thing I don't know with any level of certainty is whether or not these meals affect the shininess of eggs. I have no idea. It's something I want to test, and I'm sure if I Googled it, I'd find out the answer. But I want to test it for myself. I want to learn things myself, or at least come to some sort of pseudo-scientific conclusion about it. Like, I think maybe, then I'll start calling myself Professor. Trying to think of the three. Um, Professor Driftwood. There we go. Um, just be like, yeah, I have no idea. What do you specialize in, Professor Driftwood? Memes from 1997. That wasn't even a thing. I know. Um, all right. Um, So toddler was so cute. It's like unfairly cute. It's just a little guy. Just a happy little guy. Who would you? Um, I do have a soft spot for Ice type Pokemon. I think because they're the kind of the underdog of the series. Generally speaking, they're kind of seen as like pretty weak generally. And they're not. If you set up correctly, they're not weak at all, but they kind of are seen that way. They're certainly portrayed that way, especially in uh, as much as I love Gen 6, X and Y, Wolfric, he's a cool dude. He's a nice trainer. Yeah. But no, his whole thing is like I'm either gonna be the hardest or the easiest time that you're gonna have, depending on the Pokemon you have. And I'm like, that's so rude. Why would you say that? Like just be like, yeah, I'm gonna smash into a pulp with my super strong, super cool ice put. Um but no, I mean he's not wrong, but it's still kind of rude. Um He's not the weakest gym leader, though. I'll say that now for free. I will make my feelings about gym leaders clear as we go on with these videos and these challenges and whatnot, but he's not the weakest. Um, I think he's probably the weakest in Gen 6, from my experience, but that's generally because I tend to pick fire type starters. Um, but yeah, again, that's very specific to me. I know he could potentially be a threat if I had different Pokemon or whatever. But there's one trainer, genuinely, I've never struggled with, and I never will. And the day ever comes that I am never having to be like, oh my god, that trainer beat me, I'm just gonna quit. It's one that probably surprised me. Um, anyway, I digress. I kind of wish the timer for the sandwiches or meals stayed on screen. Like there was just like a little logo for it in top right or something. Because I always feel like it's been far longer than it has, and I know that's a patience thing. Um, but at the same time, it's like it's the not knowing makes it feel like it's been longer, I guess. Maybe normally I would set an alarm on my phone, but I don't want my phone alarm off, but saying that would be weird. You know, something like that did happen to me once. I'll tell a story. So a few years back, I used to stream a little bit more often. It was like first time around kind of thing. And every time I would sit down to record or stream, my dogs, who I miss dearly now, and would very much love for this to be a thing again, they would start making loads of noise. It was just so comically, okay, you've had all day to just be a shit. Like, what you know? Um, yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things where like once you don't have it, you miss it. Um, but the phone thing, I would never put myself in a position where my phone's going to go off and I'm in the middle of doing something important. Especially now, like the job I have at the minute, I'm not going to obviously say what I do or where or whatever, but they have a thing where you're not allowed phones in the area that I work in. So I tend to not have mine on me most of the day. So it's just off. And I just go, I'm so used to not having my phone with me and not turned on that I don't miss it. Like even now, it's like in the same room as me, but it's just muted. I just have no interest in what it's doing, and I will pick it up and I will do some stuff on it a bit later on. But by and large, that'll be kind of my whole thing for a few days of a week is just not paying attention to my phone, which is cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hello, stop. And I'm scared by a dog. Yeah, I've had four dogs. With me and my partner have had four dogs over the last 20 years that we've been together. Um, and we don't have any at the minute. Which is why I'm always very reluctant to sort of talk too much about that kind of stuff. But then again, will I want dogs eventually? Again, one day maybe I will want dogs. You never know with these things. What's going to happen? At the moment, it wouldn't be practical in a minute, but that is what it is. Um, one day it will be practical again. One day there will be good time and reason to have creatures in and around the house again. Um, it's definitely a miss because, and I can't express this enough as an adult parent and human being who's used to having lots of people around. So I'm quite a quiet guy, but when you're at home and you've got like your kids and your pets and then your partner and your TV and there's a lot of hubbub. And then when there's nothing, it's just like, okay, this is weird. It's like really weird. Um, and yeah, I definitely felt that. And recently, we've got a friend of ours who has dogs, and every year we have friends come out. This is why I didn't stream um, Sunday before last. I didn't stream this most recent Sunday because I was just wasn't feeling very well. The previous Sunday, I was like busy. I had friends around, all that kind of stuff. And that weekend, our friend uh, came around with her dogs, and the first couple of times they came around were so close to us losing ours that I wasn't ready for dogs. So I was kind of a little standoffish. I think it was really obvious to everyone that I just wasn't there. I wasn't ready. Nobody was mad at me about it. Like it's my fucking house. I can be a bit standoffish if I like, but at the same time, it was kind of like I try a little harder next time kind of thing. I was like, I will. Anyway, it came around this time, and I really was very happy to see them, and it was really nice having dogs in the house. And one of them, the dog's name is Pitch, and Pitch is just a cutie pie. And I was like, oh, I like these aren't you so cute. Um, so there was definitely a part of me that's like much more sort of ready for moving on. So it's not like a film on golf thing. It's just not practical. Like I work long days, my girlfriend works long days. So there would be no one to look after the dog most of the day, and that's not fair. Not fair on the dog. So for now, put a pin in it. We'll come back to it, and whenever we come back to it. This, oh, really, this bag mic does not want to shine. Tell you that for free. And I will say, when I saw oh, this is the other thing I don't know actually. I'll go on a bit of a tangent now about that. So when I first saw Hisuian Avalok, I was so happy because like it is genuinely an underrated Pokemon. Avalok. It's so good. It's so good. If you can get it on the field and get set up with it, it's an absolute monster. Defensively, very solid. He's got some great coverage moves. He's got great setup. Can be a good physical tank. I think that's what the meta call things like that. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to run. And I've got one. I've got level 100 Avalok that I've trained and bred specifically for using, and it has been part of several teams of mine when I've done like challenge towers and trees and whatnot. Um, there's post game areas that you get where you're like, oh yeah, beat 100 and whatever people to get a bottle of calcium or something. So I do adore it. But I wondered when this game was coming out, like, will we be able to evolve a Pokemon into the Sicilian bloody things? evolve now? And the answer is no, I don't think you can. Um, but I also wondered the same thing about Alolan Executor and Alolan Raichu. And the way they got around those is just by making them available as catch, which, sure, but surely there should be like a quality of life improvement to make it so that you can get those Pokemon outside of native evolution regions. Because eventually, and I mean this completely sincerely, eventually Alola's going to get left behind in Gen 7, and people are going to be focused solely on building their Pokedexes on modern games. And yeah, you can have the Pokemon there to evolve, but if you started with a Pikachu, you want to evolve into Alolan Raichu in the Switch era, you can't. And that's a bit strange to me. That's a bit strange to me. Maybe they need to tie it to an ability or um, a time of day or a place. I even thought, well, they put the terrarium there, surely the terrarium allows you to evolve into nope. Give a leaf stone to an execute anyway. Execute, sorry, anywhere in the terrarium, and it will just be a Cantanian. So yeah, I think they really need to address that um, going forward because then that might be a bit more viable for some players. Now, Bergmite's a bit of an exception because you could catch one here, and this is very much what I intend to do with Gaming, by the way. Catch one in this game, take it to Legends, evolve it into its regional form, and then bring it back to use it, which is a long way around doing it, and requires you to have, well, Legends, and this, and um, Pokemon Home, which again is it's free, but alright, cool, it might not be something that everyone wants to go and download, and that's fine. But surely there has to be a quality of life something somewhere, just so that, oh, if you go into this particular room, it gives the effect of, and then you can choose which region you want it to be, and it will just allow you to evolve specific Pokemon into specific Pokemon from that regional variation kind of thing. Um, like if you go in there with a Kanto Meowth and breed it, you can hatch it as a Alolan or Galarian, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It'd be kind of cool. This blizzard is getting worse. It's like worse weather to be hunting for something with such a tiny difference that is already predominantly blue or white. Right on. I was just about done. Like, oh, what's going on with this person? Um, I know, buddy. I know. Right. So, little gander. Oh, it's just two. It's just two. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right. Get to the bottom, check the clock. Oh, need to do that. The I feel like the Grievard line is missing a stage. Mind that. Okay. And I feel like it should be like a three-stage Pokemon. I don't know if that's like one at the beginning or one at the end or in the middle. But I just every time I see Grievard and then Houndstone, I'm like, there's something missing from that line. You know, maybe just like a Reaper dog or something. It's like even bigger and has like big scythe or something. I don't but yeah, it's just there's a few of those as the generations have gone on where I'm like, oh man, a third or a mid stage would be really, really cool. Toxtricity is another one. And you want the baby and then you've got like full or an adult. It's always felt a bit weird to me. But I suppose it gets a Dynamax, Gigantamax, sorry. Which is wild to me that that was teased in Sun, Sun and Moon or Sun and Moon and like nobody noticed at the time. Like people have gone back and gone, oh yeah, look, it's right here. How cool is that? I'm like, yeah, but you literally you played through that game like 4 times and you never spotted that blister. That's why the little hints are so good. Of course, what it led to with Sword and Shield was every poster, every picture in the game was something to every now and then. It wasn't. None of them were. So like people were like, oh no, you know, this looks like Italy, so it's definitely going to be in Italy. I'm like, it's in Italy. It's yeah, that's why I don't pay much heed to the old rumor mill and mongers. They're the ones I need. I know I'm on the side of a mountain. I know that makes this weather really believable, to be honest. But it does not make my life any easier. Yeah, click on my controller. Of course, right. Do a couple more passes. We've got a few more minutes yet. But when this sandwich expires, I think I'm probably going to call it because my voice is starting to go. And yeah, I have streamed for a bit more than I normally would overall today. I'll be back tomorrow, so another 5, 6 minutes or so. This thing does not shine. It's fine. I'll go and get another one at some point. I'm losing any sleep over it. Alright, come on. Nope. Not really nice. I think it's on the side, it's slightly different color as well. Like, I'm really trying to visualize it. It's like, maybe put a reference picture on the screen, but something like this going forward. We'll see. So, hmm. Check this little popular activity here, but I don't think so. No. Um, anyway. Ooh, I don't know. Let's see if we can find anything. Yeah, I might grab one. Just so I put it on the text. Yes, that's not a cool one. No, there's particular power left. I've seen people do these where they sort of will um buy one, run it down for half an hour, go buy another one, run it down for half an hour. And just do that over the course of like 4 or 5 playthroughs, and they've got a total of 24 hours of this thing to make it, unfortunately. So I know it works. It's definitely more efficient when you've got a shiny shop, which we obviously don't have, but um, yeah, we, we, well, no. Yeah, I know loads of people prefer Maridon because they're like, oh, it looks so cool, but look at this goofy guy. So fun. It's the big goofy goof. Cool. Right. One more pass. One more. Maybe. Yeah, one more. And we'll call it. Wasn't meant to be on this occasion. Because I have other things I need to get to. This will have to go on the back burner. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and we're not seeing it. Yeah, I don't think. That's okay. We tried. I'll catch a regular one, just so I've got on your text anyway. You'll come with me, buddy. Come on. Whee! Sure, put the boy. It's gone. Let's get on the deck. Um, there we go. So, Arcmonic is one of our additions to our Pokedex, which is fine. We don't have to be successful at everything first time. That's unrealistic. Um, but we will persevere with our challenge next time. Yeah, tomorrow's plan very much um, load up Pokemon Sword. Yeah, probably Sword, if I'm being honest. Um, Pokemon Sword and just tear through as much of it in one go as possible. start to maybe finish. I don't know, depending on how much mental and physical energy it takes from me and my voice. Um, and then we will spend a little time on Sunday back here doing some more actual badges and progression. But yes, I'm going to. So I'm going to leave the team on leave the team on the screen. Here we go. I'm going to leave our Charlie score clearly on the screen. Put the close off. So, across two streams today, we had a longer session overall. Um, we got a shiny, we did a bit of exploring, we got a badge, we learned a little bit about breeding, and we bred a few Pokemon with a few eggs. Um, Overall, a very, very solid outing, although we didn't get both the shinies we were going for. I mean, this guy here is not a terrible consolation prize, is it? Is a shiny I need for my shiny living decks, so I will be juggling that around to get that on my decks at some point. But for now, I can just sort of sit here and live here. But yes, I will leave you guys on that note. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully.